Look at this guy. He's holding official court documents, legal evidence, filed, stamped, real, and this guy doesn't care. In fact, the more documents you show him, the angrier he gets at you. Now you might think, he's just stupid, he's in denial, he's brainwashed. But what if I told you scientists studied this exact moment? And what they found inside the human brain is one of the most terrifying and fascinating things in all of psychology. This isn't about Trump. This isn't about politics. This is about your brain and mine, and why all of us are more like that guy than we want to admit. Voter ignoring policy checklist, looking up at strong figure on pedestal. Here's what everyone gets wrong. People assume Trump supporters follow him because of tax cuts, or immigration, or trade deals. But researchers analyzed massive data sets published in the Journal of Social and Political Psychology, and they found something completely different. The most fervent supporters scored unusually high in two specific psychological traits. Number 1, right-wing authoritarianism. A deep, almost instinctive preference for strong leadership, strict order, and social conformity. Number 2, social dominance orientation. An unconscious belief that society is supposed to have a hierarchy, that certain groups belong at the top, others at the bottom, and that's just how things should be. Now here's where it gets interesting. When these people started feeling like their group, their culture, their status, their identity was slipping away, they didn't look for a policymaker. They looked for an enforcer, someone who would stand up and say, "I will crush your enemies. I will put things back to how they were. I will restore the order." The policy didn't matter. The psychological comfort of that promise. That's what mattered, okay. So now the leader does something terrible. A scandal, an indictment, a criminal charge. Logic says support should drop. Psychology says absolutely not, because of something called cognitive dissonance. When a loyal supporter is shown undeniable evidence that their leader did something objectively bad, it creates real, measurable psychological pain. And the human brain hates pain, so it deploys emergency countermeasures, automatically, without you even realizing it. Researchers tracked this across 3 real events: pre-impeachment, post-impeachment, and post-arraignment, and they documented 3 defense strategies that the brain uses. Defense 1, absolute denial. Over half of highly loyal subjects immediately called the evidence fake. Didn't matter if it was FBI documents, didn't matter if it was video footage, fabricated, all of it. Defense 2, whataboutism. The brain instantly redirects. But what about Biden? What about Hillary? It's not just deflection. The brain is literally trying to balance its internal moral ledger. If the other side is also bad, then my side isn't really wrong. Defense 3, and this one is the most extraordinary. Scene, character erasing, character matters from whiteboard. They rewired their own values overnight. People who previously said character and morality are everything in a leader suddenly started saying character doesn't matter, only policies do. They didn't abandon the leader. They bent their own reality to protect their ego. Think about how extraordinary that is. The brain didn't change the facts. It changed the person.
Now here's where the science gets truly counterintuitive. You'd assume this kind of blind loyalty comes from people who are chaotic, uneducated, unstable, irrational. A groundbreaking 2025 study on political personality cults found the exact opposite. When scientists studied the hardest core, the roughly 10% of supporters who are completely uncompromising, they didn't find chaos. They didn't find low intelligence. They found off-the-charts levels of conscientiousness, one of the big 5 core personality traits. These are the most organized people, the most disciplined people, the ones who keep their homes clean, show up on time, follow rules, plan everything in advance. So why are they so resistant to change? Because in their minds, the world has become dangerously unpredictable. Their whole identity is built around a traditional, stable, ordered way of life, and as society shifts and diversifies around them, they feel that identity being erased. So their extreme loyalty isn't madness. It is a highly disciplined, hyper-organized, psychological attempt to hold on to a leader who promises to stop the chaos. So now we reach the ultimate question. They double down. What is actually happening inside their head? The answer is called identity protective cognition. And once you understand it, you will never argue with anyone the same way again. Their political identity hasn't just become an opinion. It has fused completely with their core sense of self. So when you present opposing facts, their brain doesn't process it as new information. It processes it as a physical threat to their existence. The amygdala, the brain's primal threat detection center, fires up exactly as if a wild animal is attacking them in the woods. They're not consciously ignoring your logic. Their brain has literally bypassed its rational processing centers to go into pure survival mode. They double down because, neurologically speaking, admitting they were wrong about their leader feels exactly like destroying a piece of themselves. This is why debates don't work. This is why facts don't work. This is why ridicule definitely doesn't work. You are not fighting someone's opinion. You are triggering their survival instinct. Here's the uncomfortable truth that the data forces us to confront. This brain, this mechanism, this identity-fused, threat-sensing, reality-bending psychology, it does not belong exclusively to Trump supporters. Every human brain has an amygdala. Every human has an identity they protect. Every human has felt that burning discomfort of being told that something they deeply believe might be wrong. The only difference is which identity triggered it. So the real question the science leaves us with isn't, why are they like that? The real question is, what am I protecting so fiercely that I've stopped actually thinking? If this video made you pause, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Not to win an argument, but to start a real conversation. Which part surprised you most? Comment below. Like, subscribe. Next video autoplaying.